All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Wada to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, for the opportunity to push His word and a chance of redemption and an eternal throne. Shalom to the hopeful elect Akio. I want to get into a little bit more of this shameful spewing on this filthy, wicked place that they call America. And just shortly continue to shout from the rooftops and the mountaintops that this is not a nation of God. All right? It is not a God-fearing nation, but it's a satanic nation of wickedness and filth and all that is contrary to righteousness. All right? Completely demonic, completely left and depraved, and it's getting worse and worse as time progresses, to the point where no flesh will be left in this God-forsaken place if it was to continue on. We have a drag queen fucking motherfucking Salakia. I don't even know what you can call this. A festival. A drag queen festival in goddamn the Air Force. Okay, the American military. And this is one of many new programs that they've implemented in the American military in all the different branches for so-called diversity, which are one of the key words and buzzwords of the so-called New World Order. Okay? The wicked fucking system and order that the so-called white man, the elites of Esau, all right, the ones that the world ignorantly calls the Illuminati, that anybody who doesn't realize that there's a clandestine group who's behind the scenes pulling the strings of world affairs is fucking living under a rock, okay? And you should be committed, or straight up just put out of your misery, euthanized. You should be euthanized, okay? But this is one of his buzzword code words for this new inclusion, for this new deviant lifestyle of the alphabet community, okay? And that's all it is. All it is a lifestyle. It's not your identity. All those fucking those different alphabets, all those different titles that they claim are all just lifestyle habits, okay? Sick, disgusting, forbidden acts that is more likely more seen in Sodom and Gomorrah and fucking you know what I'm saying? Something out of a sick, twisted mind, okay? Is where this place is going, down an abyss that people now, even in this community, are wondering how far is this gonna go? You know, they're even bugging out. Damn trannies are bugging out how weird it's getting, okay? So they've got all these programs. They call them pilot programs because they're like first of their class. New shit to include and have tolerance for these creatures. You know, these sick, disgusting people is all they are. Okay, and then it's also for women. Okay, it's also for women's empowerment, which we know that will plummet a of society, putting women in fucking leadership positions, and in the goddamn military, man, in your army, having fucking women in your Air Force, your Navy, and your goddamn Marines, okay? Foot troops with quabas, okay? It's a complete fucking shame. And a little bit I'm going to touch on a couple precepts on how this implicates the perspective of America as it pertains to all the foreign nations and their fucking, and pretty much how froggy that they want to get to pounce on America, man. All right, a showing of how fucking weak this place is, which ultimately makes it more vulnerable to attack, domestic attack by foreign threat, and the threat for World War III. These different nations to say, fuck America. This one military campaign that we were going to previously take on, that we set to the side because America's threatened to come fuck us up, we're going to go and endeavor that now. Because you got a bunch of bleeders in your army and in your military. Okay? So this is fucking the chipping away and fucking dismantling deterioration of this fucking place, man. That's all this is. But it's sick because it goes into the children is the worst part. It's all an attempt to get the younger generations to turn out the next gen. This is fucking the Daily Wire. Air Force includes a drag show in the Woke Diversity Festival at Langley. U.S. military is hosting a drag show at a family-friendly festival at Joint Base Langley, Eustis, JBLE, at the end of July. JBLE is hosting its first ever diversity, equity, and inclusion. For what, though? Because you already have the so-called races are all in it, but now it's for all the freaks and weirdos, okay? And the people who like to do sick, disgusting things. You people need death that have any type of tolerance or fucking agreement towards this in any fucking fashion, man. When you understand what kind of people it would be to do anything on this spectrum, on the alphabet spectrum, what kind of a person that they would have to be. A violent, disgusting creature, man. Straight up. When you look at the ties to violent crimes and these people, especially what you would call people who do anything of the act of sodomy, this is going to get real, okay? That's why it was so mentioned in the scriptures. And it's even absolutely forbidden within hetero couples. But anything with that, okay, and that's going on within that whole spectrum. You got these dykes with the strap-ons and shit, okay? All kind of manner of sick stuff. But when you look at that, there's a close association with violence because that's a very violent act, okay? And to be giving that and receiving that in any way, you're a violent motherfucker, man, okay? You first off deserve capital punishment as ascribed in Leviticus 20 and 13, okay? And that's another shameful fucking completely contrary, hypocritical act in the hand or lack thereof by the hand of America by not fucking undergoing this, man. All right? A bunch of goddamn liars by taking this book in their hand and claiming to be a Christian nation. However ignorant that term might be, but just on surface value, to say you're a nation of the Bible, and the laws therein shall be governed by the scriptures. Okay, so you have some heavy judgment coming to you. All right, but if you want to really get into it, fucking a lot of these people, these weirdos, it's like, how many of them, if we want to go into it, how many people, let's see, how would I word that? How many people in the LGBT, we'll just say that, was molested? Because we always bring this out. And that's why when you see, like, for example, there's a show called The Fall with the bitch Scully's her name from X-Files, but the bitch from X-Files plays in it, one of the main characters, and the nigga from 50 Shades of Grey the nigga's a serial killer, and but he was a victim of child molestation. And when you look at it, they explore that, like, and in a lot of shows, fictional and non-fictional, of course, because all the fucking art is just an imitation of life. But 82% of the suspected perpetrators were formerly fucking of child sexual abuse in the study sample were the time of the offense or had been sometime involved in sexual what? Oh, of the child they victimized? Wait, okay, no, that's not the right fucking facts. Let's see. See, I'm gonna have to follow this up because I don't have that's not in order to be searching all this. But let's just put it that way. It's a high percentage of these people that were taken advantage of as children. Okay, and what it does to you, like, and all the different serial killers who the parallels between serial killers and this stuff and this sick stuff, okay? Because that's all it is. It's just sick, violent lewdness. It's just lewdness and lasciviousness and licentiousness. That's all the fuck it is. It's just sick ass shit. Forbidden, okay? And if this was a nation, as it said it was supposed to be, then it would, and if it was after the scriptures, then it would be as such, which is such a righteous thing to put it down, to kill it, and have as many participants in the vicinity to take participation in that capital punishment by that stoning, to stamp that out so that it doesn't spread and that wickedness doesn't fucking get to where it is now. Where now you had, I think they said, all these goddamn stats, but you had pretty much, I think it's 20% now, but the that alphabet community has been doubling since the 50s. Every generation, it's doubled. Okay, so it is spread like a fucking cancer because the people who were guilty of performing these deeds, and to the point, so much for, you don't just do the shit in the damn closet and behind closed doors. You now gotta call yourself that and get fucking t-shirts, and now you're that on your goddamn email signature. You know what I'm saying? You're that on the books with the government and all this shit, you know. It's fucking madness, man. But the fact that this place, it not only promotes it fucking sets them up. And it just goes vast and fucking, they go deep into this shit, man. and just they expand on it, man, on this crazy fucking really mental case shit they used to lock you up for, give you electroshock or a lobotomy. Okay. It says oh God, yeah, see, we're not gonna get into all this. It's a damn drags, man. Celebrating differences. You see this? This is all the keywords. Oh man, look at this. Festival is advertised as family friendly, including bouncy houses and face painting for the children. So this is the wickedness. This is the craft and the deceit. Okay, to get them in. This is grooming. This is literal fucking grooming. Grooming the kids with you know what grooming is. Okay, let's get these technical terms. This is fucking grooming, man. This place is gonna burn. Guaranteed. Grooming is one tool common in those who sexually abuse kids. That's all this is. Manipulative behaviors that the abuser uses to gain access to a potential victim, coerce them to agree to the abuse, and reduce the risk of being caught. Bouncy houses and face painting. Bouncy houses and face painting. Which all this is the emergence of the P letter in the alphabet spectrum. Alright, the grooming of the children of the next generation to turn them out, which is likened to sacrificing to Baphomet and to Molech. Okay? It says diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, initiatives have gained ground or in the military in recent years, a development that critics say is gutting the unity, meritocracy, and mission readiness of the U.S. military. Mike Gallagher, the ranking member of the House Subcommittee on Military Personnel, said in February speech that DEI initiatives are undermining the military strength. Okay, as aforementioned, that this is crippling the perception of the strength of America to the other nations, man. When you have women and people, I'll just say these freaks in the military, man. They're like, that's who we're gonna fight against and shit. Okay. When you look at meritocracy, it goes into merit. So basically, like, and we go into like democracy, order of the demon. It's like an order by merit, okay, if you will. So a government or a system, a hierarchy that's set up on the basis of ability and skill and merit and experience. You earn your fucking stripes and shit, you know? And based on a motherfucker's education and training, and not on whether what letter they are on this spectrum. Okay, because now in these different military branches and all across different industries of fucking Esau's commerce, okay, all these different businesses and companies, but we're focusing on the military branches. They have quotas for how many of the different alphabets, letters of that alphabet they have to have in their shit to get funding and all kind of other shit. Okay, how many L's, how many T's, how many G's they have to have in their shit, in their branches in the military, in order to qualify for this shit, man. Okay, or in order to even operate, because they'll just fucking demote or discharge this nigga who's trying to go against this. All right, I'm just gonna get the precepts now. This is in Isaiah 14:10, and all they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? This is in Khan. So America, which was once the hammer of the whole earth. Let me get that. Slovakia. Let's see. Slovakia. This is in Jeremiah 50:23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? So, the great Babylon, America, who has the most rotten history, that the history of America is more filled with more violence and atrocities and fucking offenses that were committed by America, fucking war crimes and just straight up crimes against humanity upon all the different nations. America's more guilty than any other fucking place of committing these acts. Like it says, by violence this motherfucker has ruled, okay? And he's indeed the hammer of the whole earth. All right. So how has he become as weak as the nations, and even weaker? Okay. And the point is that the nations are seeing this. All right. They're starting to narrowly look upon this man. The pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows. It says, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou said in thy heart, I will ascend to the heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation on the sides of the north. Okay? Where is that? This is in that place where he has committed all the abominations, man. That he has set them up, and taken the Most High's name and put the Most High's name on it, man. Hey, think the Most High, they don't have his true name. He tried to put what he thought was his name on it, his title, and the essence of who he was, who he's supposed to be, right? Falsely, fraudulently took the Most High, took the scriptures, right? He said, let me just jump down to 16. Is it, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Okay. Jumping down to 19, but thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword, and go down to the stones of the pit as a carcass trodden under feet. Okay? So this is a process that is entailed in the destruction of Great Babylon, which is the nations that are now noticing as we just read in this article the weakness of this fucking place, man. Okay. Um, it goes deep because not only do you have the weirdos and the women, but then you have weakened men with less levels of testosterone, which is less aggression on the battlefield. That translates to, you got weaker men who are less testosterone, which is less muscle mass. Testosterone is synonymous with muscle mass and density and all that. Strength, okay? All the things you need. Endurance, all right? And also, not just the stripping of testosterone in the modern American man, but also emotionally. How emotionally bitched down that the American man has become. It's stifling, and the nation see it, and it's evident how weak the American man is getting, and the American person in general is languishing, and everybody across the world, but the rate of decay is higher right here. Okay. But so this is entailed in the processes of the destruction of the Great Babylon in the timeline. All right, this is a heavy prophecy of these nations of America showing its ass to be weak as fuck. Its skirt being lifted in so many fucking ways. All right, for it to expose the weakness and filth of this place, really the iniquity. Because it talks about how by righteousness a place will be. Let's get it. Proverbs 14:24. I believe. Most High will. Let's see. Slovakia. Okay, so this is in the 34th verse. Righteousness exalteth a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. Okay, so the opposite is true. By your wickedness, you have become debased. Okay? By your wickedness, you have become debased. All right. Okay, Slovakia, moving on. This is in Jeremiah 30:6. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with the child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Okay. This is going in on the weakness of the American man. The pussification process that the American man has gone through in the past fucking 30, 40 years is fucking stifling. All right. It's motherfucking it's mind-boggling. Okay. When that scripture that talks about when I was a man, I put off childish things. Well, one of the ways that is so fucking prevalent in America is because they have all these child play games, fucking kiddie game style shit, and anime, fucking cartoons, goddamn Comic-Con, comic books, goddamn Disneyland type shit for grown ass motherfucking men, man. Goddamn video games all the goddamn time. Folly. So all that folly and childish shit has made these men into punk ass motherfucking faggots. Just damn cuck soy boys, tender dicks. And that's how they have the advantage on you in these other nations, because they're now attempting to fucking to beef up these men's testosterone. They're attempting to increase the machismo and all the men of these other nations, Russia, China, okay, fucking all those goddamn Asian countries over there. All right, get goddamn guaranteed fucking the Middle East. They've been hard. Okay, so America has become as women, man, the men. And if the woman, man, and if the man is woman, then where the fuck is the woman gonna be? She's already gonna be goddamn one with the ground, in the mire of the street. Okay, at that point, because these women are gonna fucking fall hard as fuck. That's for another video. All right, see these men, and it's crazy because not only do you have the men as that, but then you have men dressing as women in drag queen, which a drag queen is supposedly not a faggot, which I don't know. You can't understand how that could even work. Okay, you're supposedly a straight hetero nigga who just likes to dress up as a woman in full makeup and attire and fucking and twink and act like a fucking twink and do shows and shit, burlesque, like it said. And that article goes on to say it's not just like what you would think, oh, I'm just gonna dress up like a fucking woman. It's very burlesque and fucking hypersexualized. Okay, it's very sick shit. But you have that goddamn drag queens and fucking trannies in the American military, man. As the scripture is, in the face and the pelvis. They even got them putting on goddamn makeup, full thick caked on makeup that a woman would never even wear. Okay. So this is indeed prophecy that has come to fruition. All right, we're in prophetic times, and this is gonna spell the end of America, man. All right, what you gotta understand, this is the Most High, who He's mingled the Spirit for to destroy this fucking place, man. It was a method of destruction to allow that shit to run rampant in this society. This is in Psalm 50 and 16. But unto the wicked, the Most High said, because this is where you fucked up the most. Because if you were to just stay on that Aleister Crowley shit, and not, because your whole point when you came over here and did this shit, you did it under the tenets of, this is what you did it under. You did it under witchcraft. You did it under Satanism. You did it under divination. You did it under sorcery. And you did it under enchantments. Okay? That's how you created America. And wicked, nefarious intentions. And then you said, let's do this. We're going to say that it's about God. We're going to say that it's about God so we can get everybody in on it. and use the guise of righteousness so we can get everybody on it so they could swallow it up. But it was really fucking Satan. And all those aforementioned wicked fucking rituals and acts that you did in the formation and inception of this fucking place, of this godforsaken society. All right? But that's where you fucked up, because you took the Bible and tried to use it as a guise. And the Most High, you did. You try to use them as the guise, man. Okay? It says, but unto the wicked the Most High said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction and cast my words behind thee? So this man hateth instructions and the words of the Most High, and the law, statutes, and commandments, which is contained within the words. That's what he's talking about. What he told you, the land Sabbaths, all the things that are in the laws. I would love the Spirit to go into the different classifications of the law, like you have the I don't know if it's like the moral law, and then another one is the dietary law, of course, and then you have different classifications of laws, right? You broke every fucking one of them, man. See, so, and you casted them behind you. So how the fuck could you have declared to his statutes, and not just in 1970, since the fucking so-called founding fathers, man? Okay? Use the Most High as a guise to do your fucking wickedness. Alright? So you're gonna get fucked, especially. And we're gonna get that. Since you took this book, man. Since you took this book, the Most High, and you fucking you omitted, right? You changed shit up. You completely destroyed parts of it. Tried to. Okay? You're gonna get extra fucked. Let's get this. Now consider this, that he said, ye that forget the Most High, at least I tear you in pieces, and that none to deliver. That's ultimately the conclusion of what's going to happen to this motherfucker, man. And the Great Babylon. America is going to be fucking destroyed and torn in pieces, man. Alright? This is in judgment of the Great Babylon, man. This is in 2 Thessalonians 2:7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. So the Most High is orchestrating all this, man. It's what motherfuckers gotta realize. That the Most High is the one that has allowed this motherfucker to be a demon, man, and a stranglehold of the whole earth, and to perform these deeds. So this to end on a good note, like it says, the Most High is ruling in the kingdom of men. Roughly paraphrasing, it says, in due time he will set one over that is profitable. Let me get that. What the fuck is the RSV? Revised Standard Version. Fuck that. Salakia. It says, the power of the earth in Sirach 10 and 4 is in the hand of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay? So, what's going on here ultimately, we know, even though he used fucking goddamn Satan to do it, and his judgment is still apt and deserving and apropos, that the Most High is the one who's governing all this shit that's going down, man. And really, ultimately, so he can fucking destroy the shit in the worst way. Said in due time he will set one over that is unprofitable. See, so in the Most High's time, and in a few moments, this motherfucker is gonna be taken out of the way. Like it says, the Most High is letting him. And this motherfucker will let until the Most High fucking wipes him out. And that's all it is, man. He's going to keep turning it up in the way of wickedness and filth and debauchery and abominations, as we just, went into. And the Most High is going to continue to turn it up in the form of destruction. All right. So with that, shalom.